Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
It's time for a Blue Jay boys basketball game inside of their home arena as they welcome in the number 3 team in Class A in the state of North Dakota as Bismarck Century is in town on a Tuesday night to take on the Blue Jays. Jared Matheny, glad you're spending some time with us on this Tuesday evening here on Jamestown 107.1. If you're looking for Blue Jay hockey this evening with Mark McKenzie on the call, that game can be heard on Q101. It is senior night over at Wilson Arena, so they may be off to a little bit slower start than we are over here in terms of that official start time on Q101 with Mark McKenzie. It's not senior night here in Jamestown High School's gymnasium, Jerry Meyer Arena, but a big game nonetheless for the Blue Jays as Bismarck Century 13-2 overall, 12-2 in the WDA, and the number 3 team inside of Class A makes the trek down I-94 towards the east to take on the Blue Jays. Jamestown coming in with 7 games left on their schedule in the regular season, including the game tonight. 3 at home, 4 on the road for Jamestown. We've got coverage of 4 out of the 7 games remaining on the Blue Jays schedule, including on Thursday night when number 1 Minot visits Jamestown. And we may as well start with that. The Blue Jays have quite the week ahead of them. They were supposed to travel to Minot last Saturday. Some busing issues meant that Jamestown couldn't get over to Minot, so instead they'll be on the road at Minot this upcoming Saturday, which means here's the schedule for the Blue Jays this week. At home right now against number 3 Bismarck Century, at home on Thursday against number 1 Minot, and then at number 1 Minot to round out the week. These are 3 humongous games for the Blue Jays as they try to improve their seeding in the West region and potentially send some shockwaves through the system of the North Dakota Class A basketball rankings. Let's take a look at your WDA standings as they sit right now on this Tuesday night with just 2 other games in action this evening in the WDA. First is Minot, the number 1 team in the state of North Dakota for Class A basketball. They're 14-1 overall, 13-1 in the conference. Century is next, 12-2 in the conference standings. Then Bismarck High, 13-3 overall. Those 3 have really separated themselves from the rest of the pack in the West region this year. Everybody else has been right in the middle. Mandan is 8-7. They have 4th place locked up currently in the WDA. Legacy is 5th with a 9-8 overall record. St. Mary's 6th at 7-7. Dickinson is your 7 seed currently with a 7-8 conference record. Then Jamestown, the number 8 seed, 5-8 in the WDA. Williston, the 9 at 4-12. Turtle Mountain is also 4-12. And then Watford City at 0-15 so far this season in the West region. They're 0-16 overall are the Wolves for Jamestown. Those 3 games this week against number 3 Century here, and then 2 against number 1 Minot. Other games going on tonight. Dickinson is at Mandan, a big game in terms of the standings. Watford City at St. Mary's. So you could essentially probably pencil the Saints in for a victory tonight against a Watford City side that's allowing close to 100 points a game. They're just getting blown out pretty much every time they step on the floor, and the record shows that at 0-16 overall. The final regular season game of the year for Jamestown, February 22nd, 2 weeks from now, at home against Mandan. It's a doubleheader for the Blue Jays on that Tuesday, February 22nd. Jays coming off a win on Saturday. They were supposed to play at Minot on Friday night. They traveled to Turtle Mountain on Saturday, defeated the Braves 80-75. Jamestown led in scoring by a couple of different options on offense. Adam Kallenbach, of course, is usually the major factor on the offensive side for the Blue Jays. He was that once again, 24 points for Kallenbach in 39 minutes played. He also had 7 assists. But Mason Lunsman had 20 points for Jamestown on 7 of 10 shooting from the field in what was a big, big win for the Blue Jays on the road at Turtle Mountain. Just a game that they had to have. You had to go out there and win that game if you're Jamestown. You don't want to be looking at a seeding of 8 or anything lower than really 7, you want to be able to play a home game if you're going to be in that play-in tournament, which right now Jamestown appears that they're going to be in that play-in tournament. So you've got to win those games against the teams that are below you in the standings, and then you've got to find a way to win some big games against top-tier competition, and that's exactly what Bismarck Century is tonight, as the Blue Jays have run off the floor. If you're watching with us on our Jamestown 1071 Sports YouTube page, if not, you can find us. Just search Jamestown 1071 Sports on YouTube. You'll click the live link to watch the Blue Jays and Patriots, or you can search today's date with Jamestown versus Century on YouTube to find us as well. Patriots 13-2 overall. They've lost to Dickinson this year. That was an 85-73 loss and a shocker back on January 25th, as well as to Bismarck High, 106-103 that game. The Patriots have 6 games remaining on their schedule, including 2 against the number 1 overall seed in Minot, February 17th and February 22nd. 2 out of their final 3 games this year are against the Magicians. They've won 3 consecutive games after starting the season 7-0 overall. They're led in scoring by a plethora of options, but maybe the most impressive, Isaiah Schaefer, the sophomore guard at 6'1". He shoots 50% from three-point range on the season, and that's not a skewed number. He takes threes and he makes threes. 50% from downtown this season for Schaefer. He did go 3 of 11 the last time out for Century, so that tells you that his numbers were even higher than that. 64 for 128 three-point shots this year. He's made half of them this season for Century. He leads the team in points per game with 19.5 per contest. Anthony Doppler, the junior, is averaging 17 points a game, and Ryan Erickson, the senior, in the middle for Century at 16.5 points per game. Jamestown coming in with that 6-8 overall record, 5-8 in the WDA for the Blue Jays. But when they hit 70 points, they're 5-1 this season. They're 4-2 when they allow fewer than 70 points on the year, and it really will be the race to 70 in this game, because Century is 10-2 when they hit that 70-plus mark on the season. They're 11-0, though, when they do not allow 70 or more points on the season. 3 consecutive wins for Bismarck Century as they try to make their way towards potentially a state title when all is said and done this year, with a group that's got some experience and some really good youth attached to it. Coming into this one, Anthony Doppler will be in the starting lineup. Isaiah Schaefer, you run with William Ware, a junior. Ryan Erickson, listed as a junior on the roster, but we've got him down as a senior officially for Bismarck Century. Erickson, one of those faces in the middle that is hard to miss. But either way, it's a very young Century team that's having a lot of success in just sophomore and junior seasons for these Patriots, really stars that have taken the floor for them, and that's what makes it difficult for teams going forward. Looking forward to next year, this will be a team that's picked to finish near the top of the state once again, and they're the number 3 seed right now. It tells you all you need to know about what head coach Darren Mattern has in store for his side. Century, 3 consecutive wins. Their last loss was to Dickinson on the road, and a Dickinson side that continues to surprise some people, and maybe the one factor for Century is playing on Tuesdays. It's the only time they've lost this year. They're 2-2 in games on Tuesday nights, 2-0 on Thursdays, 7-0 on Fridays, 2-0 on Saturdays. It doesn't really mean anything. Usually that competition is what determines it, but you talk about a loss to Dickinson that's in the middle of the pack of the WDA. Maybe there's something about playing on Tuesday nights that Century doesn't enjoy, especially playing on the road. They did get a win over Turtle Mountain their last time out, which not a surprise to a lot of people, of course, with Turtle Mountain being the number 10 ranked team. 75-57 Century with the win over Turtle Mountain the last time they took the floor. The Patriots looking for win number 14 of the season, win number 13 in the WDA. Jamestown trying to get closer to 500, looking for win number 7 of the year, and trying to go to 7-8 and pick up what would be a monumental win potentially as they try to scratch their way back towards the middle of the West region and maybe get to the number 4 overall seed. They'll need a lot of help along the way to do that. Jamestown led in scoring by Adam Kallenbach, 15.5 points per game. He's a 40% three-point field goal shooter for Jamestown as well, and his effectiveness percentage from the field is near 50% on the season. Ryan Larson also averages double figures for the Blue Jays, 10.1 points per game. He's plus 45 this season. The only player who's better in the plus-minus is actually Mason Lunsman. He is plus 50 this year. Blue Jays play a lot better defense when Lunsman is on the floor. That is certainly the case for Jamestown. Just one game tonight. The Blue Jay girls are on the road taking on the Patriots, trying to hand Century their first loss in 2 seasons now, as they're undefeated this year in girls basketball. They went undefeated on their way to a state title a year ago with Logan Nisley at the helm, just a junior, and Nisley, who, if the player of the year didn't go to just seniors, Nisley would have won it last year, she would have won it this year, and she would win it next year probably for Bismarck Century. That's just how good she is and how much really the competition steps up when you hit her level especially. And we could be looking potentially at a player of the year candidate a couple years from now with Bismarck Century's Isaiah Schaefer this evening as well. As I said, 50% from three-point range on the season for Schaefer. If you're looking for Blue Jay boys hockey, that's happening over on Q101 with Mark McKenzie for senior night over at Wilson Arena. We're going to take a 3.5-minute break. When we return, we'll get you your starters and have tip-off for one of the final regular home season games of the year. Just 2 home games remain after this one for the Blue Jay boys, trying to make a big statement tonight inside of Jerry Meyer Arena against the number 3 Bismarck Century Patriots. We're back in 3.5 minutes after your national anthem with your starting lineups and tip-off from right here inside of Jamestown High School and Jerry Meyer Arena. It's the Blue Jays against the Patriots.
CNAs and nurses join the team at S&P Health. Ave Maria, salary depending on experience and excellent benefits. Apply online at www.smphhealth.org/Ave Maria or call 701-252-5660. Again, CNAs and nurses join the team at S&P Health. Ave Maria, salary depending on experience and enjoy excellent benefits. Ave Maria is an equal opportunity employer. Apply online www.smphhealth.org/Ave Maria or call 701-252-5660.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jengula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand that you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today in Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best. The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun and Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start. Life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel.
Paying your energy bill the old-fashioned way takes a lot of steps, including all those steps to the mailbox. ePay from Otter Tail Power Company is an easier way to manage your account anytime, anywhere, even from your mobile phone. It's free. It's easy. Take the first step. Enroll at otpco.com/epay. Otter Tail Power Company. On for you.
This is Warren Abrahamson, News Director for i3G Media and a University of Jamestown graduate. Why did I choose Jamestown to start my journey to success? Well, having grown up in the small town of Malta, Montana, I like the small class sizes, the family feel on campus, and the warm welcome from staff and faculty. It was a great fit. Start your journey today. Visit uj.edu or call the admissions staff to chat about your potential college experience right here in Jamestown. That's uj.edu, the University of Jamestown in North Dakota.
When a routine screening results in a diagnosis, you deserve the best care. Choose the right cancer center right from the start. At Essentia Health, we care for each other by caring about each other. Here, we never give up. From cutting-edge treatments to clinical trials, our cancer care specialists do whatever it takes, because that's who we are. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about our accredited cancer centers. Essentia Health. Cancer care like nowhere else.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought on the cheap, not sure what I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need, because we're not satisfied until you are. Different, you bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmies from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
We welcome you back inside of Jerry Meyer Arena here on this Tuesday evening before we get more snow here in Jamestown. Jared Matheny, glad to be with you. Blue Jay Hockey is over on Q101 this evening with Mark McKenzie on the call. Let's get you your starters for this one. First on the visitor side, Bismarck Century Patriots in their all-Navy uniforms on the road tonight at guard. A 6'4" junior wearing number 3, Anthony Doppler, also at guard. A 6'5" senior, number 4, Connor Trahan. The third guard in the lineup is a 6'1" sophomore, number 5, Isaiah Schaefer. At forward, a 6'7" junior, number 34, William Ware. And rounding out the lineup for head coach Darren Mattern is the 6'10" center. In the middle, the big man, the junior, number 52, Ryan Erickson. Now let's get you your starters for the home side. And head coach Jacoby Lloyd in his 4th season at the helm for the Blue Jays. Starting first for Jamestown is a 6'1" point guard. Senior at 6'1", number 1, Adam Kallenbach. Also at guard is a 5'11" junior, number 5, Mason Lunsman. The forward is a 6'2" junior, number 13, Caden Cox. Also at forward for Jamestown, a 6'3" sophomore, number 21, Ryan Larson. And the big man in the middle for the Blue Jays at 6'7", senior forward Luke Van Berkum. Just something went down the wrong pipe there as we try to get set and ready to go from inside of Jerry Meyer Arena here on your Tuesday night. One of 2 Blue Jay home games going your way this week on 107.1 and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. Erickson and Van Berkum are in the middle, set to tip this one away. Luke Van Berkum wins the opening tip for Jamestown. Ryan Larson controls, and the Blue Jays will operate right to left to begin things here in the first half. Van Berkum touches it on the far side of the floor, bounce pass up top, perimeter right. Kallenbach dribbles in, down to the block, and spins it left side for Lunsman. Mason Lunsman, the junior, bounce pass off, and a jumper from Van Berkum is good off the start for Jamestown. Luke Van Berkum from 14 feet out connects, and Jamestown has an early lead, 2-0 on Bismarck Century. Isaiah Schaefer picked up in the full court pressure for the Blue Jays as Caden Cox face guarding Schaefer. They'll dump underneath to Erickson, right side of the floor. He lays it off the window and in 4-2. And we're knotted up at 2 apiece, 45 seconds into the first half of play. Inside of Jerry Meyer Arena, Jamestown High School Blue Jay basketball coming your way on 107.1. Larson stops at the three-point line, launches and off the heel and out. First missed jump shot for Jamestown. First missed shot of this game comes 1 minute into the first half of play. Schaefer, that's who they'll try to operate through on offense for Bismarck Century. Erickson gets it on the far side, dribbles in, down towards the block, and he missed the lay-in opportunity for Bismarck Century. Jamestown quickly rushes to the other side of the floor. Kallenbach throws it left side. Cox dribbles baseline, now to the elbow, hands for Van Berkum. Adam Kallenbach dribbles behind his back, touch up top. Caden Cox wearing that blue right arm sleeve, missed the shot, offensive rebound, Van Berkum, and a putback for 2 more. If Luke Van Berkum can get going for Jamestown, makes them a lot more dangerous on the offensive side of things for the Blue Jays, who lead 4-2 at the 16-15 mark in the first half of play. Far side of the floor, Schaefer throws it up top for Ware and around on the near side into the hands of Trahan. Now Doppler straight away steps inside the arc. His jumper too strong. Mason Lunsman rebound and quickly up ahead for Jamestown. Ryan Larson the other way. He's called for a travel and a turnover by the Blue Jays. Jamestown will come with some more full court pressure here. Not something you necessarily expect from the Blue Jays. They don't do it very often, but giving Century something different to think about, something different to look at in the early stages. 15-50 first half. Lay-in attempt with the right hand from Doppler doesn't go as he falls onto the floor. Van Berkom grabs the ball for Jamestown. Adam Kallenbach hoisting from deep and missed it off the right side of the iron. Isaiah Schaefer rebound for Century. Cold start for both sides offensively as William Ware now controls on the far side of the floor. Into the corner, Trahan spins it up top. Now around to the right side, Schaefer with Cox right in his face at the volleyball line. Schaefer trying to step back, create some space. He'll dump it down for Doppler. Now back out up top, and Erickson three is good. Ryan Erickson, the 6'10" center, knocks in the tray from the outside. And Bismarck Century leads 5-4 on Jamestown, 3 minutes into the first half. Larson in the lane, feeds it back up top for Mason Lunsman. He's downhill, shot attempt doesn't fall. Van Berkom got his hands on it, but Erickson knocks it off to Schaefer, who comes across midcourt in a hurry for Bismarck Century. Downhill, and a foul, and Isaiah Schaefer is going to shoot free throws for the Patriots. 14:52 remaining first half. Larson picks up his first personal foul. Schaefer to shoot two. A 50% three-point field goal shooter. Jamestown certainly trying to deny that in every aspect as he sinks in the first free throw. Nearly 20 points a game for Isaiah Schaefer this season. The free throw line, 80%, and he goes 2 for 2. It's 7-4, Bismarck Century in front of Jamestown, and now one-on-one up the floor comes Adam Kallenbach, squaring up with Anthony Doppler. You can tell for Century some size, a little bit of length, and that wingspan across the floor. It's hard to go side to side against this Century team. Lunsman launching from deep, front iron and out, collected by Trahan for the Patriots. 14.5 minutes to go first half. Century leads 7-4. Corner three for William Ware is too strong off the back iron. Offensive board for Doppler, throw it underneath, and then Larson basically got drugged to the ground. Call a jump ball and keep possession with Century. It's a tough call for Jamestown as Larson, really that was picked off over his back shoulder. As it goes to the bench. In for Jamestown, Devin Beech for the first time. First team All-State football player, Devin Beech. Inbounding on the left. Doppler throws it straight away up top for Ware. Into the corner, far side. And now back to Ware up top and working to the right side for Schaefer. He's trying to create space, pulls up just outside the free throw line and connects over the outstretched arm of Caden Cox, makes it 9-4. Bismarck Century in front of Jamestown. Early stages of the first half, just 4 minutes in. Mason Lunsman tries to work through some traffic up top, dump it off for Van Berkom. He's got all 4 Blue Jay points. Back out, extra touch right side, now into the corner for Kallenbach. He's going downhill towards Erickson and lays it over the big man and in for 2. Adam Kallenbach with 2 points as Jamestown continues with full court pressure. It's really just Caden Cox picking up full court pressure against Isaiah Schaefer for the Blue Jays. Not a bad thing to do with a guy who can pull up from anywhere across midcourt. Beech pass far side of the floor, collected by Doppler. He'll curl it in for Erickson on the block. Erickson went to feed it inside, ball knocked on the floor. Van Berkom after it, picks it up, and Jamestown gets the turnover. Lunsman crosses midcourt for the Blue Jays. Trailing by 3 is Jamestown. Devin Beech, quick little pass off right for Kallenbach. He's trying to go to work. Kallenbach skips it into the air on the near side of the floor for Beech. Screen set right side. Beech avoids it, goes left, and then had it knocked out of bounds. Off last touched by Century. It was Trahan who reached in. Doppler checks out for the Patriots. Erickson is also off for Bismarck Century. Jamestown, Dalton Lamp, Peyton Hochhalter enter the game. Inbound is deep for Beech at the volleyball line. Devin Beech going downhill to work against William Ware. Drops it in for 2. There's the Devin Beech. Jamestown fans have grown to know and love that downhill physical presence from Beech. Gets 2 points. It's 9-8 Century. Corner three is in for Connor Trahan. Just like that, Century connects from long range. Brady Dahl is in the game for the Patriots. He came on for Erickson. Doppler actually stayed on the floor. Pass off on the far side. Peyton Hochhalter to hoist Front iron and out. Ball on the ground, trickles towards the corner, and Schaefer picks it up for Century. Rushes across midcourt for Isaiah Schaefer. Left side of the floor, Anthony Doppler. Curls off to Schaefer, 12-8. Century leads. Dump it left side. Dahl going downhill against Van Berkom. Had his pass taken away by Kallenbach. 2-on-3 the other way. Kallenbach going downhill. Spins out. Now throws left. Lamp cutting inside. Missed the lay-in for Jamestown. Would have been 2 easy points there for the Blue Jays. And those are the opportunities that this season Jamestown has not capitalized on. Easy lay-ins just haven't gone the way of the Jays this year. They trail by 4 points. It's under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Right side of the floor, creating space. Doppler dribbles into the elbow. We got a foul and a push-off inside. No shot, looks like. Hochhalter on the hand. Hochhalter's first. Second team foul against Jamestown. Larson's on for Van Berkom. A couple subs for Century as well. Trayton Hinderer onto the floor. Schaefer comes off. Ryan Erickson is in as well as William Ware checks out. Inbound, left side, good inbound play, and Erickson has 7 points for Bismarck Century out of their first 14. It's 14-8, Patriots in front of the Blue Jays as Jamestown pushes the floor. Right block, Devin Beech over the top of some traffic, scores, and Coach Mattern wants a timeout for Century. 11:29 remaining first half. It's 14-10. Patriots have the lead on the Blue Jays. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with more Blue Jay basketball after this on 107.1 Sports and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page.
This is Clint with RM Stout. You remember when we had all those cars in the lot and you still couldn't find what you wanted? Well, that's because we ordered them the way we wanted. Can you believe we even used to pick the colors for you? Only the most hurried customers felt they should sacrifice their needs to buy quickly. Let's fast forward. Today we have a great selection of used trucks, but the odds of finding a perfect new vehicle are as likely as Tom Brady getting another ring this year. Here's a solution. Order a new car today and get every single option you want. And order your perfect new car at RM Stout for the best value.
14-10 early. Century with the lead on Jamestown. Jared Matheny, glad you're with us on this Tuesday evening from Jerry Maiorina. Blue Jays on the defensive side of the ball as we continue in the first half. 11:20 and the clock rolling. Jamestown led by Devin Beech and Luke Van Berkom so far. Near steal underneath Erickson. Ball being dug after. It's a jump ball, and that will give possession to Jamestown. Hochhalter going down to the floor for the Blue Jays. More substitutions in for Century out of that timeout. Tyler Burst is in. Kallenbach, Larson, Hochhalter, Beech, and Lamp are the 5 for Jamestown. Adam Kallenbach makes his way across the Blue Jay logo. Dribbling downhill to the free throw line. Off for Devin Beech. A jumper by Beech rattles off to the left side. Rebound for Doppler, and he's quickly out the other way. Into the corner, three-pointers too strong. Offensive rebound for Doppler, sticks it back for 2. Hinderer missed the three-point jump shot, and Doppler cleaned it up on the offensive glass to make it 16-10. Century leading Jamestown, 10.5 minutes to go first half. Blue Jays 6-8 overall in the season, 5-8 in the WDA. Century's the number 3 team in Class A. Larson going downhill to the left block, and we got a whistle on the inside. And a foul against Century comes on Anthony Doppler. That's his first and the first team foul against the Patriots. 10 minutes, 27 seconds. Kallenbach inbounding for Beech. Now Larson around on the right side, swings it left. Devin Beech going downhill on the left block. Beech trying to go to work. Erickson partially deflects it. Ball on the floor, and we got a foul on Devin Beech, headed the other way for Jamestown. 16-10. Blue Jays trail Century, 10:16 remaining in the first half. Beech's first, third team foul. Approach 10 minutes to go. First half of action, downhill drive and in for 2 points as Tyler Burst took it all the way up the floor, went in and finished through contact. Larson just picked up his second. Lamp off. Hochhalter and Larson off for Jamestown. Van Berkom, Cox, and Lunsman return. As Burst is at the free throw line to shoot the and one. 2 for 2 so far for Century. Make them 3 for 3 at the free throw line. And the Patriots have their largest lead of the first half, 19-10 on Jamestown as we get close to 10 minutes to go. Full court pressure coming from Century, and we got a foul. No, just out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blue Jays. Aggressive full court pressure here from Bismarck Century as Kallenbach gets a touch and goes one-on-one with Burst up the floor. Van Berkom off left to Cox near the corner. Now Kallenbach drives in, swings it right side. Beech going downhill again. Devin Beech floats it back out, perimeter right. Lunsman now left, Kallenbach downhill over Erickson, who altered his shot. Offensive rebound for Van Berkom, and he's got the putback for 2 more. Luke Van Berkom, 4 rebounds, 6 points early on for Jamestown as they trail by 7. Nearly midway through the first half. Erickson tries again from downtown. This one doesn't drop in. Devin Beech rebound, and he quickly pushes ahead with his own pace up the floor. Caden Cox on the far side. Floats right to Kallenbach. Trying to dribble between his legs. Now he feeds left into the corner. Devin Beech going downhill. A little bit of separation there. Now back out right for a Lunsman triple. Front iron doesn't go, and Jamestown really needed that bucket to fall in. Felt like a good moment for transition and momentum changing right there for the Blue Jays on offense. Other side, Erickson one-on-one against Van Berkom. Left it short. Van Berkom grabs the ball. Jamestown has it, and a chance again to get Old Mo on your side here for the Blue Jays. Lunsman at the volleyball line. Picked up by Hinderer. Van Berkom squares up against Erickson on the outside. Not the matchup you're used to seeing with big men. Devin Beech, right elbow. Outright for a Kallenbach triple. Too strong. Beech has the offensive board, though, for Jamestown. He goes right back to work and lays it in for 2 more. Devin Beech, 6 points. Luke Van Berkom with 6 points. And Jamestown trails by 5 at the 8:15 port of the first half. Work it around the arc left side. Hinderer stops and skips it right for Doppler. Trying to go in for Erickson once again. Instead, they'll feed it back towards the top. Shot clock down to 10. Far side of the floor. Dribbling downhill. Stopping his burst. He spins it left side. Doppler and 1. And just when Jamestown puts a really nice defensive possession together and the shot clock winding down, Century cuts to the bucket. Doppler finishes through contact, and he'll have a chance to shoot the free throw. Lunsman with the personal. (21-14), and that's how the score stays. 0 for 1 at the line for Anthony Doppler. We got a football score here inside of Jerry Meyer Arena. 7-point lead for Century. Hochhalter off left to Kallenbach. On the wing, screen to the right, he dribbles left instead. Now skips a pass into the corner. Caden Cox, spot up, shoot the 3. Doesn't fall. William Ware, nice box out. Grabs the basketball for Bismarck Century. Schaefer, newly into the game for the Patriots. As Doppler rises from the right side and missed everything on that 3-point attempt. Doppler comes off, and Trahan is back in for Bismarck Century. 7:15, first half, 21-14. Patriots have the lead on the Blue Jays, and full court pressure coming out of the missed shot. Try to keep it out of Adam Kallenbach's hands as Lunsman has the keys to the offense for Jamestown. Near side of the floor, Kallenbach pulls up, 12-foot jumper. Can't get that soft roll, but it went off of William Ware and Erickson last. Neither one of them could collect the rebound for Century. Jamestown holds on to the basketball. Inbound underneath the bucket to the right with Adam Kallenbach. 7 minutes exactly remaining first half, 21-14. Hochhalter off right. Kallenbach tries a 3, doesn't fall. Van Berkom on the floor. He's got the offensive rebound and the foul to go along with it. It's the 3rd team foul against Century. Ball was bouncing off the court as Van Berkom able to snag it with his right hand. Erickson off. Kraber is in for Jamestown as Cox exits. Foul was on Tyler Burst. Inbounding right side, Lunsman. Shot clock reset to 30 for Jamestown off the foul. Kallenbach downhill, lefty lay-in for 2. So Adam Kallenbach gets 2 points for Jamestown. Blue Jays now trail by 5, 6.5 minutes and counting in the first half. Trahan curls one inside for Doppler. Trying to go baseline against Lunsman. Pass to the right side of the floor, far side of the floor. Knocked out of bounds by Hochhalter. Dalton Lamp returns for Jamestown. He had a really nice showing the last home game for the Blue Jays. Despite a loss for Jamestown at home, Lamp really stellar on the defensive end in that game against Bismarck High, a team that likes to score. Dump it down, left now right for William Ware. He goes over Hochhalter and finishes for 2. First bucket for William Ware tonight, 23-16. Century has the lead on Jamestown. Hochhalter off left for a Kallenbach downhill and into the lane for 2 more. How about this for Jamestown? Van Berkom, Beech, and Kallenbach all have 6 points. Blue Jays are at 18, 23-18. Century leads Jamestown. We're under 6 minutes remaining first half. William Ware nearly lost the basketball up top. Tipped away by Kallenbach. He's out the other direction. Looks up ahead for Lamp, and it's knocked out of bounds. Blue Jays will get possession, though, off the steal at the top of the key. Jamestown a chance to cut this to a 1-possession deficit. Inbound right, Adam Kallenbach dumped it in. Burst just knocked it away. I don't know how that ball didn't go on the end line, but Tyler Burst gets the steal for Century. Now Schaefer far away from the bucket, dribbles downhill, went to pass it off right for Doppler. It went out of bounds, but officials say last touch by Jamestown. Possession staying with the Patriots. Inbound to the left side of the floor. Doppler triggers. Looking for Schaefer, instead go left for Ware. Got Lamp up into the air and finishes for 2. William Ware, as Jamestown went to double Schaefer on that inbound. And that's back-to-back times on an inbound play similar to that. Erickson with a bucket, and now Ware has one. Hochhalter in the corner, on the baseline. Double team, stopped in the corner, touched last by Jamestown and went off the right leg of Peyton Hochhalter. 25-18. Century leads Jamestown. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. Kraber and Speed trying to stay on top of Schaefer. Jamestown double teams up top. Schaefer has to give it up on the near side to Doppler. Anthony Doppler screen left. Trying to get it into William Ware. They do. Extended from the right block. Ware lost it off his right hand and out of bounds. Jamestown gets the ball off the turnover by Century. Beech, Caden Cox back on the floor. Hochhalter and Lunsman exits for Jamestown. Full court pressure coming from Century with 4 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first half. 25-18. Bismarck Century leading Jamestown. Kallenbach handing off on the far side to Dalton Lamp. Lamp swings it left wing. Cox, couple dribbles now to Beech. Devin Beech between his legs, feeds to Dalton Lamp straight away. Lamp pulls up over William Ware. Short, Cox, tip back doesn't go. Tries it again. That one can't finish either. And Doppler has it for Century. Really good effort from Caden Cox on the offensive glass. Tried for the tip drill, then tried for a putback. Trahan bounces it off to Schaefer. He'll launch over Cox and hit. Isaiah Schaefer just with 5 points in this first half, but that's as contested as you can get on the outside. 28-18, approaching 4 minutes remaining first half. Kallenbach spins in the lane, hoists a shot and puts it in for 2. And with under 4 minutes to go, 3:59 remaining first half, it's 28-20. Jamestown trailing Century. 30-second timeout for the Blue Jays. We'll take the break with them. Come back with the rest of your first half after this. Jamestown trails Bismarck Century by 8 points here on 107.1.
CNAs and nurses join the team at S&P Health. Ave Maria. Salary depending on experience and excellent benefits. Apply online at www.smphhealth.org/Ave Maria or call 701-252-5660. Again, CNAs and nurses join the team at S&P Health. Ave Maria. Salary depending on experience and enjoy excellent benefits. Ave Maria is an equal opportunity employer. Apply online www.smphhealth.org/Ave Maria or call 701-252-5660.
3 minutes, 59 seconds left in the first half. 28-20. Jamestown trailing Bismarck Century inside of Jerry Meyer Arena. Jaron Matheny, glad you're with us on this Tuesday evening. You're looking for Blue Jay boys hockey. It's over on Q101 with Mark McKenzie on the call. Here inside of Jerry Meyer Arena, Jamestown trails by 8. Far side of the floor trying to go to work against Hochhalter is Doppler. He stops, pulls up, 12-foot jumper, drops in for 2. Anthony Doppler having a nice first half for Century. Jamestown played much better in the second half against the Patriots the first time these two sides squared off. Kallenbach just inside the free throw line. His jumper through traffic. Can't get it to drop in. And Century has a chance to take a 12 or 13-point lead on this possession, which would be their largest of the day. Schaefer trying to go to work against Cox. Bounce pass up and around left side of the arc as they feed into the corner for Ware. Now Erickson dumps it down to Doppler. He backs in over Hochhalter and through for 2 points. Anthony Doppler having a nice game underneath, and that is the size advantage for Bismarck Century. When you've got guards and your smallest guard, point guard is 6'1", and then you've got 3 guys who could be forwards on most other teams playing guard, you've got good positioning. And on the inside, William Ware gets the block against Devin Beech. 32-20, Century in front of Jamestown. High arcing pass right side for Ryan Erickson. Towards the corner, Schaefer launches from deep. It's off the heel, tapped around. Ware offensive rebound, lefty lay-in, gets 2. 14-point lead for Bismarck Century with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's the largest lead of the afternoon this evening for Century. Cox at midcourt nearly had it taken away by Schaefer, and then Schaefer called for the reach-in foul as Kallenbach was going downhill on the attack. Schaefer's first third team foul against Century at the top of the hour. Kallenbach floats it deep on the right to Devin Beech. Now near the left elbow, Van Berkom hands off. Kallenbach back left side. Caden Cox on the baseline over Erickson in for 2. First player not named Van Berkom, Beech, or Kallenbach to score in this first half for Jamestown. We're under 2 minutes to go, 34-22. Century leading the Blue Jays. That race to 70 well underway for Bismarck Century. Doppler pull up, short on the front end. Hochhalter rips the rebound away from Ryan Erickson, and now Devin Beech downhill is fouled by Connor Trahan. So Hochhalter with the board, Beech to the line for the first time for Jamestown, shooting free throws in this first half. Devin Beech, 6 points. 2 rebounds for Beech. And he sinks the first. Century 13-2, Jamestown 6-8. Caden Cox comes off. Preston Kraber on for the Blue Jays. 34-23, Jamestown trailing Bismarck Century. Devin Beech, second free throw. And he goes 2 for 2 at the line. Beech and Kallenbach both with 8 points for Jamestown. Give the inbound to Erickson, and now far side of the floor to William Ware. 90 seconds to go, first half. Jamestown trailing by 10. Right side, Isaiah Schaefer. Kraber right in his face as they skip a pass left. Kallenbach goes up, gets in the passing lane. The ball deflects underneath to Doppler, and he got Hochhalter up in the air on the right block. Creates the contact, and 2 free throws coming for Anthony Doppler. And again, Jamestown creates the opportunity on defense to get a stop, but the ball bounces towards Century, and they capitalize, and Anthony Doppler will shoot 2 free throws. He's 0 for 2 so far as he misses that first attempt. Patriots 3 for 5 at the line in the first half. Doppler, free throw number 2, and he gets that one to fall in. 35-24, Bismarck Century, the number 3 team in Class A, has the lead on Jamestown. As we get closer to a minute to play in the first half, Van Berkom had it poked away. Up top, Kallenbach dribbles in, floater, and good for 2. 10 first half points for Adam Kallenbach as Jamestown trails by just 9 now. 60 seconds to go, first half. Downhill drive on the right side over Van Berkom, can't get it to drop in. Kallenbach there for the tip around drill on the rebound. Jamestown could cut it to 7 or 6 on this possession. Kraber off for Kallenbach. Downhill drive, lefty lay-in, and a nice, nifty effort around the bucket for Adam Kallenbach. It's a 7-point ball game as Jamestown fans will enjoy that little swing. 35-28. Erickson stops. Left elbow jumper over Van Berkom. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound for Doppler. He fades away against Hochhalter and missed everything. Beech has the board. Jamestown pushes the other way. Dump off for Kraber. His lay-in doesn't go. Second layup of the first half that Jamestown has missed in pretty easy fashion. That one tougher for Kraber than the first. Schaefer with 5 seconds to go first half, trying to create some space. Back up top for Erickson, and that is all she wrote in the first half of play. A pass for Ryan Erickson trickles into the backcourt. And at the end of the first half, Century leading Jamestown 35-28. Bismarck Century had as much as a 14-point advantage in this first half of play. Jamestown able to get back in it a little bit, but the Blue Jays struggling to make some easy shots at the end of the first half of play, and Jamestown will look to make some adjustments at halftime as they try to knock off the number 3 team in Class A. Century 35, Blue Jays 28 at the end of the first half. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with your first half stats right after this on 107.1 and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
When it comes to farm equipment, there's no such things as an inexpensive repair, and there's no downtime. That's why it pays to get the Cenex Total Protection Plan warranty. It gives you unsurpassed coverage with no deductible for up to 10 years, 10,000 hours. Plus, you'll be protecting your equipment with Cenex premium fuels and lubricants. You can even get the Total Protection Plan for your used equipment. Contact Gary at Creative Energy in Jamestown, your certified Cenex distributor today.
Family time is precious. Gain more with local care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes at Jamestown Regional Medical Center in Valley City and Carrington. JRMC Orthopedics also offers same-day and next-day appointments in Jamestown. Schedule online anytime at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics or call 701-952-4878. Learn more at jrmcnd.com.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
The Dream Team, Pro Internet and Premium Managed Wi-Fi. Is your internet connection holding you back? Upgrade to Pro Internet and get 500 by 500 megabits per second, plus premium Wi-Fi free for a month. With premium Wi-Fi, you get a powerful Wi-Fi 6 coverage along with complete control of your network with the mobile app. Enable your guest Wi-Fi network, set parental controls, and secure protection from malware and viruses. Your family will thank you. Visit dakotacentral.com/offers to sign up today.
Ladies, have you been trying to get into a workout routine or love group exercise classes, but find yourself skipping because you leak urine when you exercise? Incontinence is very common among postpartum women, female athletes, and exercise lovers, but it doesn't have to be your new normal. At Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center, our team of women's health and pelvic floor specialists will do a thorough evaluation to come up with an individualized treatment plan to get you back to your workout goals. Schedule an appointment today by calling 952-2739 for Jamestown or 883-5611 for Lemoore, or check us out online at apexptwellness.com.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
At Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions for customers to meet their needs today and achieve their dreams tomorrow. From personal banking services like checking accounts, mortgage, and auto loans to business banking services, at Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions with prompt responses and quality service. Visit unisonbank.com for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Back inside of Jerry Meyer Arena here on your Tuesday evening at the end of the first half. Bismarck Century 35, Jamestown 28. The Patriots did lead by as many as 14 points in that first half. Jamestown able to claw away at that lead just a little bit at the end of the first 18 minutes of play, but the Blue Jays still with some work to do in the second half if they want to grab their 7th win of the season. Jamestown led in scoring by Adam Kallenbach. He had 12 first-half points for the Blue Jays to lead all scorers in this game, actually. Ryan Erickson, 7 early points for Century, but he hasn't had anything outside of the first 5 to 6 minutes of play. Devin Beech with 8 first-half points for Jamestown and 3 rebounds. Luke Van Berkom, 6 points and 6 boards in the first half, and Caden Cox had 2 points. That's the scoring for Jamestown. Just 4 players have made a shot in this game for the Blue Jays, and Kallenbach had to go into pretty much I've got to make a shot mode for Jamestown late in that first half of play. He started going to work offensively, and the Jays are fortunate that he did because Jamestown couldn't buy a bucket on the offensive side. Kallenbach started to score a little bit, and that helped the rest of the Jamestown offense get going. Devin Beech had a nice stretch there in that first half as well for Jamestown, but just not enough options, and the Blue Jays didn't hit a 3 in the first half. No threes, nothing from the outside in the first half of play. 13 made buckets, 13 made buckets, and 2 free throws from Devin Beech is all Jamestown had in that first half. No outside shooting to speak of for the Blue Jays inside your home gymnasium, which is a little bit concerning for Jamestown, but it's that length on the outside for Bismarck Century that's causing problems, at least through the first 18 minutes of play. It's hard to deal with Doppler, Trahan, who are both 6'4" and 6'5" for Century when Jamestown's playing forwards that are 6'3" and 6'4". So when you've got your 2 and 3 guards at 6'4", 6'5", and then you've got William Ware 6'7" at your stretch 4 position, and then you got to try to adjust with Erickson at 6'10" underneath against the 6'7" Van Berkom. It's tough sledding for Jamestown, at least in the first half of play. Blue Jays making their way back out onto the floor. We'll take another 3-minute break. When we return, we'll have your second half of action as Jamestown trying to get back-to-back victories and shock some people in the state of North Dakota and in Class A by knocking off the number 3 Patriots. 35-28, Century has the lead on Jamestown at the end of the first half. We're back in 3 minutes with your second half of action, live from inside of Jerry Meyer Arena here on 107.1.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun & Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit HillerudConstruction.com.
Where do you find the friendliest staff, largest selection, lowest prices, and freshest produce? Hugo's in Jamestown. And did you know that shopping all the departments and all the sales can be done online? That's right, Hugo's Family Marketplace offers online shopping. Get to GoHugos.com and start filling that virtual cart. Once done shopping, choose pickup or Hugo's delivery service and wait for the in-store shopping to be done for you. Hugo's Family Marketplace, online shopping at GoHugos.com.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
When it comes to farm equipment, there's no such things as an inexpensive repair, and there's no downtime. That's why it pays to get the Cenex Total Protection Plan warranty. It gives you unsurpassed coverage with no deductible for up to 10 years, 10,000 hours. Plus, you'll be protecting your equipment with Cenex premium fuels and lubricants. You can even get the Total Protection Plan for your used equipment. Contact Gary at Creative Energy in Jamestown, your certified Cenex distributor today.
Our 18 holes will be opening up and ready for your next tee time in no time. Hey, this is Sean Taft, the golf pro and general manager from Jamestown Country Club. Have you got your membership taken care of for the season? Well, today is the day. Call me at 252-8448. And did you know that Jamestown Country Club has the only outdoor pool that Jamestown has to offer? And don't forget, our restaurant and bar are open to the public, so feel free to book your next dinner at the club. So call me, Sean Taft at Jamestown Country Club, 252-8448.
Family time is precious. Gain more with local care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes at Jamestown Regional Medical Center in Valley City and Carrington. JRMC Orthopedics also offers same-day and next-day appointments in Jamestown. Schedule online anytime at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics or call 701-952-4878. Learn more at jrmcnd.com.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Back live for the second half of action inside of Jerry Meyer Arena. The Blue Jays trailing Bismarck Century 35-28 at the end of the first half of play as we are ready to go in the second half. It will be, looks like it's going to be Century basketball to begin the second half of play as Jamestown trots out defensively, both starting fives on the floor for each side as the Blue Jays trail by 7 at the end of the first half. Into the backcourt for Isaiah Schaefer. Caden Cox right on top of him as we begin the second half. Century on the offensive side of the ball. Missed shot tipped around and Ryan Larson has it for the Blue Jays. Larson with 2 personal fouls in the first half. Only played about 4 minutes for Jamestown as he has the ball on the near side. Feeds up top towards Mason Lunsman. Now they dump it down underneath left block. Van Burkum back out up top for Lunsman. Into the corner, Larson, chest tie pass for Kallenbach. Shot clock to 7. Ware out on Kallenbach. Kallenbach goes inside, throws left wing for a three-pointer, which Lunsman buries from the outside. And Jamestown has cut the lead for Century down to 4 to open up the second half of play. First made three-pointer in this game for Jamestown as well. So Lunsman connects on the first opportunity Jamestown had from the outside in the first half. Erickson throws left on the block. Now they'll go right side. Trahan turns and finishes over Lunsman with help coming from Luke Van Burkum. 37-31, Connor Trahan with the bucket. Now Kallenbach straight into the lane, off for Van Burkum, who's got the window to his advantage for 2 points. Kallenbach back-to-back assists to start the second half for Jamestown. Isaiah Schaefer dribbling up top. Caden Cox right in his face. Curl pass, Doppler able to recollect, skips it to the left side. Trahan spots up, three-pointer, doesn't go. Rebound for Adam Kallenbach, and Jamestown right back in this ball game. 37-33, number 3 Century has the lead. And the pass on the right side thrown away for Jamestown. Miscommunication for the Blue Jays. 16 minutes, 10 seconds, second half, 37-33. Century leading Jamestown. Downhill drive and no shot as Doppler went on the near side of the floor, turned uphill. Foul is on Larson, his third. First team foul against Jamestown. Minute and 57 seconds into the second half. Erickson gets the inbound, goes downhill, throws into the corner. Doppler three-pointer, came up short. William Ware put back, got blocked by Caden Cox, and then Lunsman has the basketball for Jamestown, gives it right back to Cox, who runs up the floor, left side, and fouled by Trahan on the drive in. So Jamestown, with one made free throw, can make this a three-point game. Cox makes both. Jamestown trailing by just 2. And a nice start to the second half by the Blue Jays. Caden Cox, 2 first half points, but it's too strong on the first attempts. Devin Beech comes on for Larson. And today, this 5 on the floor has been the best 5 for Jamestown. Cox, second free throw, short, missed them both. Those are the missed opportunities for Jamestown. You look back at the end of a game, if it's close and continues to be close, just say we have those 1 or 2 things at home, you can get away with a win. Erickson underneath. Beach was digging at the basketball, thrown right side and now towards the corner. Ware hands off to Doppler. Shot clock to 8. Doppler rises from downtown and left it short. Van Berkom collects. Jamestown has the basketball again, trailing by 4. Adam Kallenbach had it poked away. William Ware can't come up with the basketball fully, and a jump ball will keep possession with the Blue Jays thanks to good hustle from Adam Kallenbach. Blue Jays have it, 15 minutes, 2 seconds in the second half. Looking at the shot clock here. Official at the scores table holding up our action. And now they just took the clock to 1:50 to go. So you try to adjust on the fly down at the scores table. And all for 3 ticks on the clock to go back up. Yeah. 3 ticks, 15:08 instead of 15:05. Jamestown inbounding to the left. Mason Lunsman goes perimeter right for Devin Beech. Remember those 3 seconds if this game is close late. Beech bounce pass right, Kallenbach over a defender, and Doppler hits him on the right arm. So Adam Kallenbach will have 2 free throws coming for Jamestown. Foul is on Doppler, his second team foul against the Patriots. In the second half, 14:59 remains as Kallenbach shoots free throws. His first. Nothing but net. Smooth like butter for Adam Kallenbach. He's got 13 points. Second attempt's pure as well. Jamestown 4 of 6 at the free throw line as a team. Kallenbach leading the Blue Jays with 14 points. Jamestown trailing by 2 with under 15 minutes to go second half. Blue Jays in the midst of a 7-2 run to begin the second half of play, playing much better defense as well. Trahan goes under the bucket though, and behind his shoulder lays it in for 2. Nice work by Connor Trahan attacking the bucket. Far side of the floor, goes baseline off to the left block and then lays it over his head in for 2 points. 4-point ball game. Devin Beech squares up perimeter right. 3-pointer is good for Beech. 11 points for Devin Beech, and Jamestown trails by just 1 with 14 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second half. Erickson, double team help comes from Kallenbach. He spins towards the baseline. Now curls a pass right. Spot up 3. Trahan has got another. Jamestown cuts into the lead for Century, and they respond because that's what top teams do. A punch for punch here with the Blue Jays as we're under 14 minutes left. 42-38 Century in front. Beech up top. Lunsman straight away 3-pointer. Rattles off. And Trahan into the air, grabs the rebound. Century basketball with a 4-point lead for the Patriots. Erickson, his foot on the wing, right side, dribbles in, now dumps into the corner. William Ware spots up. His 3-pointer is in as well. Threes are flying in the second half, and Century taking advantage on the outside. Ware extends the lead back to 7 for Century. Kallenbach off left to Van Berkom underneath the bucket. Lunsman off the window for 2. 45-40, higher scoring second half and start to this second half than we saw in the first 18 minutes. We're 5 minutes through the second half. William Ware off on the right side. 3-pointer from Doppler, high off the heel, and that one hit the cabling of the hoop, out of bounds. And substitutions coming in mass form for both sides. Kallenbach, the only Blue Jay that remains in the game. Lamp, Hochhalter, Kraber, and Larson. The new 5 on for Jamestown. Tyler Burst back in for Bismarck Century. Jamestown trails by 5 with the basketball. Hochhalter nearly lost it, picks it up between his legs, throws out up top, then lost by Burst. Picked up Larson, dribbles in against Erickson, and a lot of contact there, but Ryan Erickson, 6'10", able to alter the shot of Larson. Good to go inside towards Doppler. Hochhalter on his back, and now it's Erickson against Larson, who's got 3 personal fouls. Erickson off the window for 2 more. 47-40, Jamestown trails Bismarck Century at home. We're a third of the way through the second half. Kraber just inside the free throw line. Jumper was too strong. Century led by 7 at the break. Jamestown cut it to 1. And Century trying to extend their advantage on this possession. Burst, right side, dumps in. Ware on the block. Missed the easy go around and then got fouled. .55 in white. Staunton Lamp, his first. Second team foul of the second half against Jamestown. 11:37 remains. Ware gets the first free throw. Kraber comes off and Burkham back on for Jamestown. Connor Trahan exits as Trayton Hinderer is in for the first time in the second half. Ware's second free throw, drops it in. 6 of 8 now at the line for Century as their lead is somehow, just like that, gotten back up to 9. You have to be able to score just consistently on offense if you're Jamestown. Empty possessions in this game aren't going to go a long way, much like against Bismarck High. Baseline drive, Kallenbach into the air, off left now to the perimeter. Larson steps inside, floats and hits from 15. Stop the left elbow, Ryan Larson gets the jumper to drop in for Jamestown. 11 minutes left, second half, 49-42. Century leads the Blue Jays. Erickson straight away, Van Berkom hand in his face as Erickson wanted to pop that outside shot. Hinderer around the arc right side, burst downhill, lay in around the toilet bowl for 2. Jamestown has not looked great defensively in this game. Kallenbach off left, Lamp bounces off Hochhalter, back around, perimeter right, three-pointer from Kallenbach. They got everybody inside, can't hit the outside shot, and then a foul going on Van Berkom on the rebound for Jamestown. Ten minutes and 27 seconds, second half. 51-42, Century with the advantage on Jamestown. It was 35-28 at the half. And Century has allowed less than 70 points this season. They're a perfect 11-0. May not be on pace for that here. They're still 10-2 in games they allow more than 70 points. Straight pull up, jumper, and in. Doppler over the top of the defense for 2. It's an 11-point game, and then Larson gets whistled for a travel on the other side for Jamestown. 10 minutes, 2 seconds left in this ball game, and Jamestown, just like that, trailing by 11. Blue Jays set up defensively, looking for a stop. Burst feeds left for Erickson. Help comes defensively. Now Burst in the corner. Near side, dribbles in. His pass towards the middle, just right into the hands of Adam Kallenbach. He scoops it up. Kallenbach feeds in the corner for a Hochhalter 3. Can't get it to fall. Another shot for Jamestown that looked like it was going to drop in and rims out. One of those nights maybe here at Jerry Meyer Arena. 53-42. Doppler curls it into the corner, far side, now back down low. Doppler poked away, ball on the floor, and a timeout taken by Century with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second half. Patriots call the timeout with the ball on the floor, trying to avoid the jump ball. And a turnover, it's a full timeout for the Patriots, so we'll take a break with them. 53-42, Bismarck Century leading Jamestown with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second half.
Enjoy the rustic Frontier Fort Bar, Grill, and Gift Shop. The gift shop is open year-round with North Dakota tourism gifts and unique jewelry. And for a true Dakota Territory dining experience, the Frontier Fort Grill is open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday. Every Thursday night, get a rack of ribs, fries, coleslaw, and toast for just $9.95. And their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in or call for takeout at 252-7492. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo, Jamestown.
Bismarck Century, live inside of Jerry Meyer Arena. Jaron Matheny with you on this Tuesday evening. Blue Jay boys hockey ahead of Mandan 2-0 after the first period. You can hear full coverage of that game over on Q101 with Mark McKenzie. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second half here. 9 seconds on the shot clock as Century inbounds underneath. Doppler turns around. His jumper doesn't go in as Kallenbach into the air grabs the defensive rebound for the Jays. And then the other side of the floor, Kallenbach loses the basketball. Hinderer picks it up. Century running downhill, working quickly with this second unit on the floor. Doppler and Trahan stay in there. They're the only two starters in currently. Hinderer up top. Doppler launches and short. Devin Beech able to easily grab that ball for a rebound. Kallenbach slows things down just a touch for Jamestown. They trail by 11 with 8.5 minutes to play. Cox swings it left side. Devin Beech going downhill to work on the left block, extended, and from 8 feet out, his jumper is short. Jamestown can't buy a bucket at the moment on the offensive side as they trail by 11. Curl pass all the way to the right side of the floor. Pull-up jumper and fouled on the jump shot. Tyler Burst will go to the line for 2 attempts. Lensman just picked up his second. 2 free throws for Burst with 8 minutes and 11 seconds, second half. Burst at the line. Missed his first attempt. 6 of 9 shooting free throws for Century. Free throw attempt number 2. And Burst able to go 1 of 2 at the line for the Patriots, extend their lead back to 12. They've led by as many as 14 in this game. Jamestown had the lead down to 1 in the second half. Lunsman on the block, right side, throws up a wild shot that doesn't go. Ball on the floor, picked up, and a jump ball that will send possession back to Bismarck Century anyway. We're under 8 minutes remaining. This is time to hit the panic button for Jamestown, start pressing a little bit more. Maybe you get a turnover, create some easy opportunities on the other side, but the Blue Jays right now, they need a lot of help. 54-42. Patriots have the lead on Jamestown. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left. Doppler throws it near side of the floor. Hinderer thought about the 3, nearly lost his dribble, picks it up and curls it right. Burst, fake the 3, Lunsman in his face. Now Burst dribbling towards the right block, hands off. Doppler into the middle of the lane, pass deflected up in the air. Shot clock at 3 and 2, ball on the floor. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Oh, they called a jump ball before the violation went off, which is just unfortunate for Jamestown because they just lost that possession arrow. Lamp onto the floor, Larson returns, as well as Hochhalter. 54-42, full court pressure coming from Century. They'll inbound for Dalton Lamp. In the paint on the far side, Lamp crosses midcourt. Can see a lot of this next year. Dalton Lamp running point for Jamestown. We haven't seen Noah Meisner in this game for the Blue Jays. Into the corner, Van Berkom launching from deep. Missed it high off the mark, but Lamp tips it out to Van Berkom for the rebound. Kallenbach now hoisting from straight away. Short, offensive board for Hochhalter. Nice track down by Peyton Hochhalter on offense. Jamestown, extra opportunities, buzzing underneath. Dalton Lamp off the window for 2. First bucket of the second half for Lamp, 54-44. Jamestown down by 10 to the number 3 team in Class A. Under 7 minutes to go. Curl a pass on the left side that went underneath the hoop and hit the bottom part of the bucket. Bottom part of the backboard, I should say. It's out of bounds. Keep possession with Century as they bring in Ware, Erickson back onto the floor. Now, potential for some mismatches for Century. Go inside to Doppler. His runner doesn't drop in. Kallenbach grabs the basketball for Jamestown. Blue Jays trying to get it back to single digits. Trailing by 10. Lamp tries to put up a shot that doesn't go. Hochhalter offensive rebound, and he's fouled. Back-to-back possessions with an offensive rebound for Jamestown. In fact, they had 2 offensive boards in the prior possession. Ended up in a lay-in. Hochhalter inbounds, perimeter right. Dalton Lamp down to the block, trying to rise over Erickson, missed it. Van Berkom gets the putback for 2. 10 points, 9 rebounds for Luke Van Berkom. Another offensive rebound for Jamestown causes a timeout. It's a full timeout taken by head coach Jacoby Lloyd with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second half. Jamestown trailing Bismarck Century 54-46. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with more second half action after this here on 107.1 and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page.
Two Rivers Printing is your local source for anything printed on paper. As a full-service print shop, they offer quick print services for all kinds of posters, flyers, and business forms. They also print banner signs, invitations, cookbooks, thank you cards, and more. They can also do wide format printing in matte, gloss, blueprints, and vinyl. With decades of experience, you know it will be done quickly and done right. Call Two Rivers Printing at 251-1266 at the end of 10th Street in Jamestown.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
8-point lead for the Patriots on the Blue Jays with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second half. Jaron Matheny with you here on 107.1, streaming live with video tonight on our YouTube page, Jamestown 107.1 Sports for Jamestown. Right now, needing some stops on the defensive end, coupled with made buckets. Starting 5 back on the floor for Bismarck Century. Jamestown doesn't have their full starting 5 out there. 4 out of the 5 are in, though, for the Blue Jays. Should say 3 out of the 5. Hochhalter and Lamp off the bench in this game as Erickson goes underneath and just puts it up with the right, drops it in for 2. 10 points the advantage now for Century under 6 minutes to play. Lamp in the corner, steps up to the wing. Now feeds same side of the floor at the volleyball line to Hochhalter. Toss it left side. Larson going downhill. Layup attempt haywire. Good defense from William Ware to alter the shot. 5.5 minutes. 56-46 in the corner. Schaefer dumps down to Erickson. Spun inside, and Van Berkom vacated that area. It was double team help, certainly, but Jamestown, gotta know Ryan Erickson is the one who wants the basketball in his hands down the stretch in this game. He's in double figures and has been. 15 points for Erickson. Kallenbach steps inside, lay-in behind his head, and he got 2. 16 points for Kallenbach, 58-48, 5 minutes left. Lamp reaches behind the back of Schaefer. It's a reach-in foul. Easy call there for Mr. Eukstead. Lunsman, Beech back on the floor. Van Berkom and Lamp off. Schaefer inbounds right in front of the scorer's table. Go high on the inbound pass and intercepted by Devin Beech. Again, Jamestown could get it to single digits here. Beech pulls up, 10-foot jumper just off to the right side. Lunsman got collided with by Schaefer. Really got run into. Under 5 minutes to go. Century up by 10. Number 3 Patriots in a battle here in Jamestown. Low scoring all of a sudden in this one. Schaefer, just 5 points in the first half. Pull up and hit. 7 points for Isaiah Schaefer. Jamestown has slowed him down today, but it's been the other options on offense taking charge for Century. A nice game plan as Jamestown. Corner three for Lunsman. Missed off the back iron. As we approach 4 minutes to go, 60-48. Century leading Jamestown. Bounce pass up top, went off the right foot of Erickson into the backcourt, and it's over and back. Erickson touched it first. Jamestown will earn possession with 3 minutes and 59 seconds to go. 60-48. Bismarck Century looking for win number 14. It'll be their fourth consecutive victory. Inbound comes to Lunsman in the front court. Larson dribbles behind his back, left lane line, turn, shot up, in for two. Jamestown calls a timeout immediately after the bucket. 60-50. Blue Jays trail the Patriots. 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the second half. Head coach Jacoby Lloyd drawing up his defense to try and get a stop, get a turnover. Maybe Jamestown can get it back to single digits. Again, the Blue Jays cut it to 1 early in the second half. Haven't been able to take the lead in this final 18 minutes of play. We'll take one final 30-second break. The rest of your second half is coming up, and the final 3 minutes and 48 seconds of this game as the Blue Jays trail by 10.
This is Clint with RM Stout. You remember when we had all those cars in the lot and you still couldn't find what you wanted? Well, that's because we ordered them the way we wanted. Can you believe we even used to pick the colors for you? Only the most hurried customers felt they should sacrifice their needs to buy quickly. Let's fast forward. Today we have a great selection of used trucks, but the odds of finding a perfect new vehicle are as likely as Tom Brady getting another ring this year. Here's a solution. Order a new car today and get every single option you want. And order your perfect new car at RM Stout for the best value.
Final 3 minutes and 48 seconds from inside of Jerry Meyer Arena, 60-50. Century has the lead on Jamestown. Blue Jays going to have to crawl back from this deficit, and they'll do it with these 5 on the floor. Caden Cox, Devin Beech, Adam Kallenbach, Ryan Larson, and Mason Lunsman. No Luke Van Berkom on the floor for Jamestown. Trying to put some speed out there for the Blue Jays. Go side to side as Beech is physical enough. That's certainly the case to bang bodies underneath with Ryan Erickson. Don't ever wonder about the physical presence of Devin Beech. I can assure you of that. Bismarck Century coming across the timeline off the inbound. 20 seconds to operate on the shot clock. Doppler dribbles far side of the floor, pass deflected up into the air and then picked up by Doppler. He hands off for Erickson, going downhill, throws into the corner. Three-pointer by Trahan, rattles off. Doppler offensive rebound, put back off the window for 2. 12-point ball game. Century with the lead on Jamestown. Adam Kallenbach, right wing, three-pointer. Devin Beech hits, and Jamestown has made it a 9-point ball game. Beech has 14 points as we've got 3 minutes to go. Inbound is for Erickson. Full court pressure, they set a screen. Get burst free, he hands off. Schaefer around left. Trahan, curl pass for Doppler. Trying to use as much of the shot clock as possible here if you're Century. Doppler spins, fades away on the jumper. Anthony Doppler with 2 huge points for Bismarck Century. Patriots back up by 11, 2.5 minutes to play. Caden Cox, perimeter left, driving downhill, had it swiped away on the drive. Nice reach in, poked the ball out. Schaefer comes up with the steal. Jamestown, lots of pressure up top. Burst hands for Schaefer. Screen set to the right, now into the corner. Trahan could be the dagger. Connor Trahan puts Century up by 14 with 2 minutes to go on a huge shot from long range in the corner. Jamestown got it down to 9, and the Blue Jays, there's a foul up top against Century. A couple subs in for Jamestown. Van Berkom, Hochhalter on for Larson and Lunsman. Inbound left, Hochhalter towards the corner. Kallenbach spins right block and throws it out left side for Hochhalter. He stops right elbow. Under 2 minutes to go. Beech trying to go downhill. His bounce pass, corner for a three-pointer by Hochhalter. Front iron and out. Offensive board for Devin Beech, though. Grabs it underneath his 5th rebound. Feed it out left side. Caden Cox three-pointer. Rattles around and out. Hochhalter got a touch on the offensive glass. Tried to put it up right away and couldn't finish. We're down to 90 seconds to go. Jamestown trailing by 14. Weaving through traffic up ahead. Burst, lay-in, and one. And that's going to be all she wrote. 69-53. Century leads Jamestown with 1 minute and 26 seconds to play. And at the free throw line, Burst will shoot one. 7 of 10 for Century free throw shooting tonight. Make them 8 of 11. Largest lead of the day for the Patriots. It's 17 points. Jamestown had it at a 9-point game just more than a minute ago in game time. Patriots hit that 70-point mark as Beech jumper rattles off. Schaefer clears out on a rebound. And Century can pretty much limit this game to 3 more possessions. Timeout for the Patriots as they were close to the 10-second violation. Full timeout for Coach Madden. I don't understand why the decision to call a full timeout here. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Your side is up by 17 points with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. You lose this lead, there's a lot more problems than calling a full timeout. Jamestown going to drop to 6-9 on the year. Century will improve to 14-2 overall. Patriots will be on the road. Jamestown back at home on Thursday night against Minot. It's a big game against the #1 team in the state with Minot. Century. Just kind of wait, see. They're pretty much locked up. Top 2, top 3 spot potentially, depending upon what you do against Minot. It's really it's a race inside the top 3 right now in the WDA with Bismarck High, Century, and Minot. Demons, the #3 seed at 13-3 overall. Century's going to improve to 13-2. Minot's 13-1. Inbound for Burst in the backcourt for Bismarck Century. Down to 1 minute to go. High arcing pass. Gets him across the timeline. Doppler, baseline, feeds to Schaefer. Right elbow, Erickson. Stops, dribbles in against Van Berkom, and he got a foul call. As Erickson will shoot 2 free throws. Hochhalter's 4th. Erickson will shoot 2 free throws. Missed on the first. .50 seconds to go, 70-53, Erickson's second free throw. And they both fall. Subs in for Bismarck Century. Brady Dahl re-enters the game. Full court pressure coming from the Patriots. Kallenbach with a head of steam goes uphill for Jamestown. Down the right lane line, and he's fouled as he tries to lay it up and in for 2. 2 free throws coming for Adam Kallenbach. Doppler just picked up his 4th. First free throw short from Kallenbach. Doppler comes off. Hinderer in for Century. Final 44.7 seconds with an 18-point lead. Kallenbach sitting at 16 points. And now 17 for Jamestown. Kallenbach will come off. Lunsman in for Jamestown. 71-54. Inbound up ahead towards Dahl. Now Burst crosses the timeline. Trap comes in the double team. Hinderer towards the corner, and we got a travel called on Hinderer with 35.5 to go. 17-point Century lead. The Patriots getting their 14th win in 16 tries this year. Jamestown dropping to 6-9 overall, 5-9 in the WDA, with games against #1 Minot Thursday and Saturday. Shot clock turned off as the pass from Caden Cox was intercepted by the backboard and then trickled out to Century. They'll be able to run this clock down, avoid any fouls, just work the ball around the arc. High arc to the left side, Schaefer, and that'll do it. 71-54, your final. Bismarck Century gets the win over Jamestown. We'll be back in 1 minute. Wrap things up here from Jerry Meyer Arena. Blue Jay Boys hockey happening right now over on Q101, but the Blue Jay Boys basketball team falls 71-54, your final score.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and